Well, I need to look at it because I know how to make a cup of buttermilk, but we only need a third of a cup of buttermilk. That was really scary, and it's burnt. Hi friends, today we're gonna make donuts. We've made donuts once before. We made yeast donuts, kind of like a regular glazed from Dunkin' Donuts, and they were so good. And ever since then, we've been wanting to make chocolate cake donuts. Also kind of inspired by Dunkin' Donuts, but we'll see how these turn out. So let's just get into it. So what you need is 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of unsweetened Dutch processed cocoa powder. We did not use Dutch processed, this is just Hershey's regular cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, 4 eggs, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, 1/3 of a cup of buttermilk, which we don't have, so I'm just gonna make some, 5 tablespoons or 70 grams of butter melted and cooled. You need 2 quarts of frying oil. We just used canola oil and we already put it in our Dutch oven. We also only have 1 quart of frying oil, so we're just gonna see what happens. And then 1/4 cup of milk and 2.5 cups of confectioner sugar, powdered sugar, that's just for the glaze, and vanilla. So the first thing we need to do is sift together the flour, cocoa powder, salt, and baking powder. I can never remember if it's baking powder or baking soda. It's baking powder. So since we don't have buttermilk, I'm gonna make some with 1/3 of a cup of milk and a teaspoon of just plain white vinegar. You can also use lemon juice, but we have vinegar, so that's what we're gonna use. And then this is kind of gross, but you just let it sit until it curdles, which is what buttermilk is. But while that's going, let's mix together the eggs. So we have to put the eggs in a medium bowl where all of the other ingredients are gonna go.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings. My holy.
Now I'm gonna add my buttermilk, my sugar, and my butter to the eggs and whisk for an additional minute.
I look for the things I don't know. For all in this, I stand alone.
Now that is all nice and whisked together and the same consistency and all that good stuff, we're gonna add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. And we're gonna mix it with a rubber spatula. And it's very important to not overmix this batter or else they'll be kind of tough. So, let's do this.
Where the ending goes, honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes, honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
Okay, so this has come together. It is a very, very wet batter, but I think that's okay. So we're gonna heavily flour our work surface and kind of pop it onto it and then allow it to rest for 10 minutes.
Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream. The engine glows.
This is before the 10-minute rest. I'm just gonna give the dough a quick fold so it's more like a mass, more consistent mass. Okay, as you probably know by now, we don't buy unitensils. A unitensil is a kitchen device that only does one thing, and we learned that from Alton Brown. Well, we knew what it was, but the actual term unitensil is from Alton Brown. So, we don't have cutters for donuts because why would you have cutters for donuts? So we're gonna use this drink glass. What is this, like a rocks glass? And the top to our olive oil for the center hole. So those are gonna make some nice sized donuts for us. But let's roll them out. So it's been 10 minutes. This mass of dough needs to be a half an inch thick, so we don't actually have to roll it out that much.
Hello, Ramona. I push back the serious feeling. The end's unknown. To get back the life I used to know. We're all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last.
Okay, so this is all the scraps that I pulled off. I rolled it together and I'm gonna roll it out again and make more donuts. So we're waiting for the oil to come up to 375. It's at 365 right now. And then we have our sacrificial donut that Sam is holding. This was the very last of the scraps that we kind of hand formed together. The instructions say that these need to fry for 2 minutes on each side and that the donut, like cake donuts, sink to the bottom. So they're kind of like frying in the oil for a while. So this is just a whole big experiment. Let's go for it. Okay, we're 1 minute into frying. It floated to the top. I think that's a good sign. We have 50 seconds left, and then I'm gonna flip it over. And then we're gonna go for 2 more minutes.
I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last.
Okay, I think we've figured it out. We've got our system going. They look really good. I ate one of the munchkins, and they taste really good. So I'm really excited. We have like a lot more to fry. So we're just gonna do that. I'll see you when they're done.
Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
Okay, so now we're gonna make the glaze. In this little flat plate bowl thing, I have a couple pinches of salt, and I'm going to add 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. A 1/4 cup of warm milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm using vanilla paste. So I'm gonna drizzle this in first.
I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. For all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream.
Okay, so that is it. We are done. That was a really fun, like kind of quick activity to do. It only took us like 2 hours to make all of these delicious homemade donuts. If you're wondering where all the munchkins went, we ate them all as we were frying all the other donuts. So we have one munchkin left. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.
My only hope, I look for the things I don't know. For all in this, I stand alone. Show me